And I'm live. Shh, it's late. How late? It's not that late. But I can't be getting all excited. It's late enough to keep it quiet. I really shouldn't be doing this, but I can't keep in the excitement, so I gotta do it. What are we gonna do? We're gonna see what kind of Freaky Friday we're gonna have tomorrow. Really? Yeah, I gotta know. I gotta know. Oh, not yet. Who am I? High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American civil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God. I am the LILITH. Having a whole day, dude. Seriously? Yes, today is so crazy. I was trying to reflect, and I can't shut down to even look back. It's like, oh my God. And then I looked up in the middle of the day and I was like, oh my God, tomorrow's the 12/12 portal. This is so big. I was like, really? Yes. What have you done? I mean, God made me do it. What was it? I don't know. I just went with the flow. Where did it lead me? I don't know, into the unknown, like it always does. What comes out of it? I don't know. Hey, he did give me a freaking download for a job. Did you see that? I posted that in my community page. I was sitting there and it's like, Southwest is hiring for remote positions. I was like, dude, I always tell people that they should work in the airlines. Sounds great. I was asking God what I was going to do with the computer, and he's like, get the computer and I will tell you. Okay, God, but I want to know what tomorrow brings, dude, because, you know, what happened? Well, my housing situation, my housing navigator rescheduled for tomorrow, which is like crazy because it more aligns with the 12/12 portal. Also being a tower day, and then other shit. And I'm like, oh my God, where's this going to lead? Oh, damn. Oh. Okay. Current energy. Felt that in my jellies. Hey, I just want to say that I was able to harness the energy and do all of my laundry. I just want to say I was that active today. Oh, I went to the Princess of Cups. 2 of Wands, please. And thank you. Yes. Alright. If the Ace of Wands is the initial spark of inspiration, the 2 of Wands concerns shaping it so you can achieve your goal. It's the magician brought to earth. You have ideas, or your ideas have a lot of potential, but you will need to work hard. You will need hard work, willpower, dedication to realize your vision. You've taken the first steps. Now you must keep your aim focused and wait for your objectives to materialize. Oh my God. I'm at this principle of manifesting unbelievableness and opening my heart. In order to do this, to be the highest level of manifestation, this is where I always get, this is where I shut Wolfman down forever. It comes from your heart. It comes from love and inspiration and desire. Your wildest imaginations come from your heart. And if you create from that space with an open heart, you call in those particular frequencies of love and light, it comes back to you. Your heart is calling in from a low frequency, right? So it calls in people at low frequencies to match your frequency, because misery loves company. You want to elevate your frequency. So right now I'm sending out like such a joyful, grateful, happy frequency. And I was reminded as I was looking at my community page that Gabriel, I keep forgetting it because it was so brief. I went to sleep yesterday in the middle of the day, like around 5 or 6, and I woke up at like 10 and was like, dude, you need to walk the dog. And during that waking process, I remember seeing Gabriel. And he had a message, and I typed the message, and then I got up and walked the dog, and then I went right back to sleep. Or maybe I didn't walk the dog. I can't remember that part either. Whatever the fucking case may be, all of this shit, I'm coming from like a really high frequency right now. So this is really exciting because manifestations come from there, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing. The more I focus on what my next steps are, the more they materialize. I gotta remember what God said they were, and I almost lost track of that. He said, in my earlier video I told you, he told me to get a fucking computer. He didn't tell me what to do with it. And then right after, he showed me another inspiration of what to do with it. More confirmation, just get the computer. You can do endless things. I've got you, just get the computer. So that's where it is, right? And then other things too, like, you know, manifesting my next life. It's like talking about it and then taking the steps towards what I'm going to do next. Really? Yeah. But you have to understand, I'm receiving a bunch of abundance, so I'm sending out abundance in my thoughts. And those thoughts are towards my near future. Really? Yeah. That's how this works. Your thoughts create your reality. As long as they're powered by your heart, and your heart is clear, and that goes back to like judgment and all of that, then it's a clear frequency. But if you're sending out mixed signals, then you get, you know, a mixed product. Alright, you've taken the first step. Now you must keep your aim focused. There is a balance to be struck between daring and planning. Perhaps you will have to decide whether to stick with what you know or take a risk. Have the courage of your convictions. 2 are associated with unions, and the 2 of Wands indicates a good time for friendships, though make sure that any relationship is equal. I'm calling in something equal to what I am and what I'm offering and what I'm worth and what it's like, if you have low self-worth, here's a great example. Ross, you made my stomach hurt. How's your song? God. Russ has a low frequency, so he sent that frequency out, and this is what he got back. The same type of low frequency kind of girl that he is. I never understand who plays the masculine role in this relationship, because they're both so fucking distorted feminine in their energy. But going back to this, that's what that is. So like right here, it's like, it's associated with unions. I'm calling in my whole new life, including a new lover. And fucking Gabriel came out of nowhere and was like, you're going to love again. This is lovely. Really? By opening up to love, all I get is love. It's when I shut down. Really? I'm like, I don't want to. Then I don't get no love. You get no love. Really? Yeah. I was thinking about the boys today. Really? Yeah. I loved them so much. I gave them so much love that it was overwhelming. And then I just didn't show them any more love. Really? I was thinking about that. I tried to explain that. Each of you is the same answer. You could all sit in a support group and say, what did she say when she stopped talking to you? And you all have the same answer. Isn't that sad? You guys are supporting each other in your bullshit. That's why I said you're more supportive of each other's bullshit than I am. Really? Well, you know, it's kind of funny because you didn't see the reflection. By looking through you, I realized I needed to be a better version of me to match you. But then it didn't take much for me to be as good as you or even better. If you look at the bigger picture. Like, it didn't take me much to match energy with fucking Marshall Mathers and to surpass his energy. And that's it. How do I pass your energy? Love and light, bitches. You're all built up with negativity, bro. Realistically, yeah. Or you lack the masculine principle, which is, you know, because of negativity. What could have been a nice guy and blah blah blah, whatever. It's your chakras. Come here, let me light you up. I send off such great electricity. Everyone can feel it. Realistically, yeah. Anyway, so make sure that it's an equal. And that's what it is. Where are you coming from? Are you coming from a hurt place? I'm coming from a happy place. A really happy place. And I'm sending in like a sonar. And that frequency is going to be picked up and bring me back happiness. Why? If you set what you give is what you get. The reverse. You feel as though you've been held back by circumstances or another person, but you are reluctant to make any changes, such as leaving an unfulfilling relationship or job. Whether you sacrifice your dreams for security, it's up to you. And then there's always that guy. Who's that guy? All of you. What happened? You didn't want to sacrifice your fucking security for a dream, a fantasy. A fantasy girl that believed in God, a magical girl that believes in God. You didn't want to leave your life for a magical life because you didn't believe in my God, which was so weird because I show you he's real every day. So stupid. Realistically, yeah. God I pray to is real. But then about the shit that he does in my life, that's what makes it so fucking stupid and real. That's why I gotta check right now. What are you gonna do with my life? This is current energy. I'm currently there. That's it too. It's like, when are you gonna leave unfulfilling relationship? Your stupid job. What happened with fucking Marshall? You couldn't walk away, retire, and go start a new relationship, and have a new friendship, a new lovership, a new something. What happened with Lewis? Same thing. What happened with Russ? Same thing. What happened with Bobby? Same thing. You couldn't leave an unfulfilling relationship, whether it was with their job, their friends, their lovers, whatever it could be. They couldn't leave their security for a dream. But yet they still dream about it, what it would be like to spend a day, a week, a night, a lifetime, anytime with me. It's their dream, but they can't sacrifice shit for it. It's so funny. You think about all the goofy things each of them had to sacrifice. It's like God is funny in his game. They all had to make some sort of sacrifice. And then you look at me that sacrificed everything I ever had. And you're like, you guys suck ass. You suck ass motherfuckers. What is he asking you to give up? Like, are you going to be like me? No. Not never. You could never be like me. He asked you to give up. He has Russ to grow up and move out of his family's womb. It's like, no, I love my family, and I am the family man, and I am all about providing for my family, and I am that guy. Fine. Just give him a girl that wants to be part of the family then. He doesn't want to grow up and start a family. Alright, family man. And you had Marshall. Are you ready to stop hanging out with the boys in the hood and go have a family? No. I want to be the best rapper in the world. Haven't you done that forever already? Aren't you done doing that? No, I've got something to prove. Okay, prove yourself then. Moving on. The only thing that was death-defying was say, Ali, dude, his religion will kill us even if you can't leave his culture. Something about that, dude. When I realized, oh no, bro, I'm not willing to die over this. They'll kill me before they touch you. I'm not rushing to die. I have a lot of life in me. But for the rest of you, Lewis, quit a fucking dead-end job. Go hang out with an inspiring girl. Shut up, dude. You're so annoying. He could be in a same-sex relationship. Then I start questioning. They're gay, right? They're just gay. He's gay. They're gay. This is a gay thing, right? This is a whole gay act. They watch gay porn. They're just all gay. That makes sense in my head. Right? And then we wave the gay flag and we invite them to the gay pride. The bathhouse. I love you guys. Such an idiot. Realistically, I mean, shit. Where were you? And that's it. When I'm in my lowest low, there he is. There is Russ. Here comes Lucifer. In the darkest night, there is that night. When I'm all fucking full of myself, there's that guy. Dude, you match my energy, but right now, can you match this? Can you match this? I don't know if you can match this. Why? Because whether you sacrifice your dreams for security, it's up to you. Do you feel nice and secure in your little fucking villages? You village people? That was a good pun, huh? I'm a better songwriter. I'm better. I make your life better. I'm better. Oh, it's super funny. I could go into this. What does it cost for you to have a relationship with me? We're gonna make this a teaching, bro. I'm gonna teach you something today. What is it gonna cost? It costs you to be a better person. What does it cost to have a girl like me in your life? The question to be answered. All right, move on. What's the spiritual work today? Oh, we didn't get too far. We're wandering around. We're playing with our magic sticks. Well, we're talking about new foundations. This card is about growth and progress and enthusiasm. I'm growing. Look at me, the little starseed. The little engine that could. God's fucking with me, and it's okay. Thanks to good planning and determination, you are starting to get results. Still, you're considering expanding your horizon with new ventures in business, creativity, study, travel, or moving to a new place. Grasping opportunities when they present themselves, and success will follow. You are capable of dealing with any problem that may arise. That's me. We read this yesterday in a totally different card, didn't we? But don't be afraid to ask for advice or assistance. However, take care not to neglect the day-to-day details in your eagerness for something new. I did what I was supposed to do. I cleaned my house. I did my bitch work. I'm a bitch, and I do the work. This is, you know what? This chick just had a talk with me. Don't worry, this won't get back to her because we never really talk. Really? No. She was like, oh. She just came out a little frustrated, and I just happened to be in the line of fire. What was I doing? I was supposed to be carrying my sodas in for the kids, and I was staring so gracefully at the fucking stars, well, which was actually the planets. I'm positive this is Jupiter, but I'm not so positive what that is. And then 5 other ones started shining at me, and I'm just staring at there, and she's just like, hey, you want to smoke? I was like, all right. So I sat down with my soda, which I haven't even opened one. Really? Yeah, I keep them in the car because these fucking kids will drink them all up. For real? For real. Anyways, so she comes down and she's like, man, this man is getting on my nerves. It's like, I work too. Why do I have to do everything? He's like, he just works and thinks that he could just come home and watch sports. I work all day too, but yet I got to do all the cleaning and all the cooking and all of this. And after we talked, she let it all out. She's gone through 2 deaths in the last couple of weeks, and she hasn't mourned them, and she feels overwhelmed. So the typical day-to-day stuff that she normally does, she feels overwhelmed by it, and she feels like he's not doing enough. But she's actually expecting him to do more than she normally does, but she realized that through the conversation. But the point of it was like, oh, I was like, you're telling me all of this as, triggering, because I came out of a bad relationship, and I'm trying to rehabilitate myself, so this is great training. Because those are real arguments that you have, but they're just unspoken resentments, because you're not really speaking about what's making the day-to-day more difficult. In that instance, let me explain. Every day, it's my job, because I never have a man, to do all of it. I gotta do everything, because that's what I do. Now, when a man comes in, there is all of a sudden this expectation of what his job is, and that's what she said. He's real stick to this is a man's role, this is a female's role. That's not going to work in my home because I do both roles. So that causes an insecurity in the man on the other side as well. Like, you're trying to do it all. Well, aren't you? Explain, you know what I mean? At first, accept where I'm coming from, where I always do it all. And then if I ask you to do something, imagine how humbling that is. Or just that. I remember having those feelings, resentments of like, he don't do shit. I gotta do everything. I really do. But it's like, I did it whether he was there or not. But now that he's here, there's like, shouldn't you be doing something? Like, shouldn't you be helping or something, contributing? And that's where I kind of probably project on your housewives. Like, are they doing something when they're there all day? I mean, in that sense, is running the house is a lot of work. And going to work is a lot of work. And it would be unfair for it to be, and I always say this, it would be unfair for it to be, I do them both because I'm no better. But it would be unfair that, alright, I'd have to give up my work abilities to only stay at home. And that's where I had a fight with God. Or to give up, you know what I mean, to never be able to, you know what I mean, to take care of my house because I'm too busy at work. And that's the balance of that. And I think each person, especially, you know, as I was younger, that was hard. Each person needs to learn how to balance their own life. You know what I mean? Take care of their own self in that sense. It's like, do you have a good home life versus a good work life versus your social life versus your spiritual versus your creativity? Are you expressive in all areas of your life, or you're just overly focused in one area of your life and the other part of your lives, the other parts of your life are literally failing? My masculinity was to believe that as long as I was producing the things of, you know, in my home for my children, then I was doing everything right. But what they really needed was a mommy. They needed me to sit around and listen to them and be, you know, be attentive and hear what they were going through in their life and be there, you know, and all of that. But I was busy working all the time, working 2 jobs and always trying to find ways to get stuff and do stuff and always planning stuff, that I wasn't just present. And that was what changed our relationship, is just being able to be there, being present. Not what I could present to them, but being present, I realized was a huge difference. That's the nurturing role. Now, it's not something that's done as a woman, because I realized, you know, my best friend and the closest relationship I do have, that's the only person, is Mr. Plum. This is a man that has been nothing but nurturing and kind and compassionate and understanding and forgiving and guiding and fathering, but yet mothering to me my whole life. It came from a man, a king of cups, if you will, very good, you know, an emperor, a good leader. That's how he raised children. He teaches, you know, he's just like that. So it's not the role of a woman. It's a role that we play as a nurturer, as a kind individual, as a lover, as a Christ-like kind of human being. Really? Yeah. And that's more powerful. That time and energy you give to someone is more important than how much time and energy you took to buy them something. I'm trying to put into words what, you know, Russ and his girlfriend. It's like she doesn't understand the value of his time and energy or his love when he's just pouring it out in expensive things all the time. Always trying to maintain that level of love. Right? If you're always trying to impress, It's like, all I can say is, and it sounds so hurtful, it's like, I can't buy you love. I can give you love that you've never experienced before by just being close to me. I can't give it to you in a thing. It's something you can only experience when you're near me. It's not something I can show you. It's something you'll feel. A feeling that you'll have, that you'll remember, and that you'll carry and you'll think about. Love isn't in things. Does that make sense? I don't know. As I say this, I see the same shit at the bottom of this page. Alright, grasping new opportunities when they present themselves, you'll be capable to deal with any problem that may arise. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. However, take care not to neglect the daily deed. Yeah, we read that. This also is a promising card for making a new start with an existing relationship or for founding a fucking family. Whoa, bro. The Three of Wands reverse indicates delays, dissatisfaction, and frustration, owing to a lack of proper planning. A venture that looked promising fails, causing you disappointment. You are beginning to doubt yourself and get depressed about the situation. Don't refuse help through misguided pride. Perhaps you or your romantic partner got together too quickly, and you've discovered that you don't want the same things from life. Or it could be that a long-distance relationship isn't working out. Okay. I'm trying to stay on the positive side that a new or existing relationship and founding a family. We went from a union to finding, to growing this. Where does this end up? Oh my God, Becky. What is this? Oh my God. What is that? Well, if it wasn't Mother Mary, which Mother Mary had a baby, an immaculate conception, it would show a woman birthing. Realistically, yes, bro, it's the lady. I'm going to read it out of that book so you can understand what it means. And that is Metatron's Cube. And that is the next card on Metatron's card. Swear. Yeah, I just got these, remember? For my completion as my graduation gift. I want to show you. I showed you this. Well, at least this time I'll stand the cards up properly because the first two I didn't know how to read. I swear. It's right there. Oh my God, Becky. Oh, man. This is the beginning of greatness. Hey, you know what? I said it myself today. You can't predict someone's free will. Nobody can. But you can see where this can go. If they go with it, this can lead to absolute happiness. But on the other side, it says that it could have we read both sides. There could be roadblocks, delays, dissatisfaction, or frustration. You could be held back by circumstances or another person. That's what the first one said. If you're reluctant to make any changes. What does it lead to? Well, let me read it again out of this one. The card it came from, which is the Sacred Feminine, which is the Empress. Really? Yes. Creative, receptive, compassion. The Cosmic Mother. This is a beautiful, receptive energy of feminine aspect of the Creator. What does that mean? Receptive, receiving. If it was what we had today, which was the wands about taking action, and what happened? I did. It came out of nowhere, a burst of fire, and I took action, passionate action towards things I wanted. Really? I planted crazy seeds, and I'm over here asking questions. Where's this going to lead? It leads to all great things. Why? Because it's coming from my heart. It's not coming from a place of scarcity. It's not coming from desperation. It's not coming from fear. It's coming from the absolute truth of my heart. Right? And so I'm sending out this message, and it says this is the reception of it, right? You are being asked to tend to yourself and others with a gentle heart and to hold sacred space. This powerful energy protects, heals, and forgives. She holds the power of birth or death. What are you birthing or shedding right now? I'm letting go and letting God. That's such a funny answer, but it totally is the truth. Realistically, yeah. The reverse is being disconnected from your feminine. That's not admitting your feelings. That's not going with your feelings. That's not even honoring your feelings or being true about what your feelings are. I'm not. I'm pouring out my feelings. I'm being honest about it. It's being heard through the universe. Emotionally detached, I'm not doing that. Neglected or neglecting, and that's it. Being emotionally detached is like not being honest with yourself about your feelings. And you're neglecting yourself and somebody else and all kinds of things because you're not honoring your feelings. My whole act in the last 2 days was being very nurturing and very caring and very compassionate about myself and loving myself. And with that love, I said that earlier. It's like, I said how much, I was like, money literally falls out of the sky around here. And then I got a call about money. I was like, you speak your existence, and it exists just as so. When you truly believe it and you speak it with your true honesty, and it's like, I can show you, it's that easy to just believe. Russ made this stupid song. He made a lot of songs. It's one of my favorites. And it's all, fuck with me, you got it good. Something like that. And I'm hearing it, and it's like, what bad comes from being around me? Other than the fact that you're forced into the light and to have to take some serious action to be a better person. The opposite of doing that is what? Hiding in the dark and pretending you're not struggling with these in these areas of your life. Just wondering. Going back to it. Alright, now what does it say in here? Oh, the cosmic awesomeness. I went to the King of Pentacles. That's pretty good too. The lady is Mother Nature. Reminds you that you are a child of Earth. She is the creative power within all of us. Your body is a precious gift of the Mother, one which enables you to experience the beauties of the world and the simple pleasures of life. You can gain great peace and fulfillment from spending time outside in nature or by working with plants and gardens. You are part of a wider world and a wider community that bear a responsibility towards them. You have to understand of what I'm created for. What did God make me for? To spread love. So when I do it freely, I'm doing what I'm flowing, like that's the Queen of Cups, that's the Empress level of manifestations. When I'm speaking from my heart, I'm creating absolute love, and it's literally, that's what they mean by Mother Earth. Like, as I speak it, new plants grow. My ideas grow. My beliefs grow. Anything. From this frequency, I can create anything in my imagination. All I have to do is think it. What happened? A great example is what happened with me and Marshall. What happened? I was just sitting with him, talking, just flowing, giggling, just talking about all kinds of stuff. It'd be a great idea. You know what else you could do? It would be great. And then this absolute fucking bomb came out of my mouth. It's like, oh my God, did you hear that? Where did it come from? Just love for him. My love for him birthed this unbelievable vision of how he himself, just like what it comes out of my mouth, how he himself could use the skills he has to change the world forever using music. Are you serious? I swear to you, I could have never thought up no shit like that ever in my life. All I was doing was giving him inspiration and ideas. I did that with Russ in the beginning. He used all of them, and he became very successful for like the first year. He used every idea I ever gave him. I pour out love to you because, I'm thinking about you and what can make your life better and how your life can be better. And I see a vision. And if you believe in that vision that I've seen, then it manifests as something great, because all I want for you is greatness. So you take the vision and it becomes great in your life because I gave you love, and that love was in the name of this vision. Really? Yeah. So when I'm in love, when I'm pouring out love, I can come up with, and that's where all this creative inspiration comes from, where I come up with great ideas. And I say, that would be a great idea for me, out of love for myself. And then it happens. That would be great for me. That means like it would bring me joy. This would be good for me. And then all of a sudden it happens for me. I see an idea and I lock on it and I go with it and it becomes. Really? Yeah. So I'm in a place right now where that's what that means. If I'm open to it though, I'm always receiving information, but do I give the love? Do I give the information? Am I free flowing with everything that I'm receiving? Or do I be like, I don't want to fucking talk to him. Fuck him. I don't got shit to say to him. I'm not talking to him right now. I don't feel like telling everybody. I don't feel like giving people ideas. They're not going to do anything with it. They don't understand what I'm talking about. And that's where you can see I get in these flows where I don't want to connect. But when I'm full of it and it's just overflowing, people catch it. They catch all this inspiration. So I'm saying this, I'm getting so hungry. The card speaks of wisdom in recognizing that all cycles of life are equally valid, that all things have their season. This involves recognizing the time to act and the time to wait patiently for things to mature. And that's where it is, knowing when to take action and when to reflect. I was in massive action today, and I'm trying to get to a place of reflection in the sense of, okay, I kind of know what happened, like what just happened. And then you're like, okay, I know what happened. I poured my heart out. What comes next? Right? In a reading, the lady represents mothering and growth in its wildest sense. This may be the birth of a child, a business enterprise, a creative project. She brings in a harmonious, creative, and successful phase in your life, full of beauty and pleasure. Relationships with family and friends are happy and loving. The lady also indicates good health. The reverse is you're not using your talents and abilities to the fullest. You feel like you're stagnating and the block is within you. The mother is an all-encompassing source of life. She exists within and without you, and his nurturing flow of life is always available to heal, balance, and vitalize. What is it? It's goddess. I'm trying to help you understand the goddess, the nurturer aspect of God, which is the feminine part of God. There's God who's telling you to get up and do shit. And then there's God that's trying to show you love, that shows you love. There's the feminine part, the nurturing part of God. Like yesterday morning, he's very understanding. He's coming at me very kind. You have to take your day off. You don't feel well. You need to stay here. And I'm being mean to him. And I'm like, no, I need to fucking go to work. He's honoring my feelings before I am. So that's the feminine principle that they're talking about. Mother Earth, which is God. Goddess. Is Goddess separate from God? Am I different from God? No. Just in the actions. He's all about action. I'm more about reflection. That's why he rules the day and I rule the night. Really? Yeah. But until you learn to be equal with your feelings, he rules over both. Really? Yeah. Where do you think my love comes from? Where does my love for Russ or Kanye or Lewis or Bobby come from? If I've never fallen in love with these men, and I've never met them, and I've never talked to them, I've never got to a place where I could just be in love. I don't even know anything really. Where does that come from? Is that Goddess? Goddess comes in and gives you the love? No, it's God. He gives you this feeling of love. And he tells you how to act in it. Alright? What is Goddess? She is the in-between. That's the moon. Right? So if I have I have the book right here. So here's Earth. Here's the moon. Here's the sun. Really? That lies right there, which is what? Right in the sacral. It's supposed to be up here in your solar plexus, but realistically, that's where all of our creative inspiration comes from. It's from our loins. All things are birthed. All right? So you have to go through the in-between. What is the in-between? The goddess of the moon. What is the moon? Your thoughts and your feelings. What is it that helps you work through your thoughts and your feelings? The goddess. There is a feminine principle inside of you that nurtures you through your thoughts and your feelings. Why God is telling you to take action. It's coming from your head. Really, fuck the picture, but realistically, it's coming from God. It comes down into your crown. And your heart is fueling this idea. It's all God. But what helps you move it through, which is how you move this energy. That's where I come in. In Hindu belief, this is all, the chakra system is a person from the head to the toes, right? Is the whole chakra system. This is just a more elaborate map of your chakras and how far it goes and how you enter into different realities by working through, allowing your feelings to work through the different layers of your being. God gives you an idea and you see it in your head and you can feel it in your heart, but do you speak about it? And then do you believe it? And do you grow it and take action, which is walk in it? What stops you from the fucking feelings that God puts in your heart and in your mind? It's your own fucked up feelings and your own fucked up thoughts. And that's where I teach you the shadow work of working through. What is it that's making you not want to do what God's asking you to do? It's always fear. As I say this, my heart is breaking. Really? He wants you to be brave. Right? So like everything. Go love Russ. What's stopping me? The way I think about him and the way I feel about him. Do I have the love in me to give to him? Yes, if I can get past the way I think. And what's that? What do I need? Just forgiveness, understanding, compassion, kindness. To be more Christ-like than ever. I can do it all the time. I don't push myself all the time, but I could. God who gives me strength. But if I couldn't be Christ-like all the time, does that mean I don't love him? Or that I have hard feelings towards him and and a lot of what he's done lingers in my head? Does that mean it stops me from loving him? Sometimes. And that's how it is. God wants you to go show someone some love. What's wrong with you? Why can't you be nice to that person? Nah, you don't know what they did. You don't know what they said. You don't know. He knows everything. He wants to know why you can't let that go and be nice again. Question? Answers? Anybody? That's what we call the shadow work. Thank you very much. Why can't you love this man? What happened with all of them? I gave up on them. Why? It was too hard. Kobe already asked this question like months ago. What, you want to talk about why you give up on relationships? It's too much. It's too much of a fight. Really? That's what I said. Is the fight any easier? No, because the fight's within me. Who am I going to fight for? Somebody that puts up the fight to be with me? You have to fight just as much as I do. Who's fighting just as much as I am to be with someone? What am I fighting? My own nature, not to want to be with someone. Realistically, yeah, it's a whole fucking shadow box. There's not really someone standing in my way but me. When you realize that about yourself, you're gonna really hate yourself. It's like, why can't I just love someone? Oh, it's because I don't let myself. It's not that I'm not lovable. I don't let myself. I have all these restrictions about why I don't love people. Wait till you face that part of you in the mirror. Oh, it's so friendly. Moving on. Reverse. Yeah. You're not using your talents. The Great Mother is the all-encompassing. Yeah. Her nurturing flow of life is always available to heal, balance, and vitalize. Meaning you can go outside and you can feel healing and balance and, no matter what's going on. You can be outside with Mother Earth and feel the healing from outside inside, is what this means. She does not judge or punish. She only loves. Try to see your life experience not as positive or negatives, as gains or losses, but just as things are. Just as things are. The stars look down at us, and they don't see us losing or winning. They just see us moving and living. They see us cry, they see us laugh. They see us grow old. They don't see us in measure like that. Neither does Mother Earth. She doesn't care what brought you outside. She's just happy that you're out there. And she wants to love you. God doesn't care what brought you to Him. Your shame, your pain, your guilt, your regret, your sins, your this, your that. He's just happy to see you. He's happy that you're talking to Him. He doesn't care if I'm screaming at Him and calling Him all kinds of fuck words. You motherfucker, and you fuck up my life, and you can't fucking stand you, and fuck. You want to say something more? He doesn't care. It's not what you say, it's just that you're there spending that time. And that's what it means about Goddess. It's like she doesn't care where you just came from. She's just happy to see you. Really? Yeah. There's a lot of this judgment. Who judges you? Thank God for us, Jesus, the kindest soul there ever was. He was made of nothing but kindness. He just judges you on how kind you are. Not how many times you've been an asshole, but how you healed from being an asshole and you're still a kind person. What kind of person you are. If it was any other judgment, dude, we'd be fucked. God's judgment was all harsh, bro. But He gave the kindest person to judge us. And by that, the man that stands for forgiveness is there to judge you. How wonderful is that? He believes what we don't. He believed in humanity where He pled to God for you. After experiencing what He experienced, the betrayal, just like me, it's like, God, don't hurt them for this. I understand why they did it. Forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. And you ask Him for His mercy upon you, because His judgment is everlasting. Jesus came and He gave us a chance, dude. He gave us endless chances to get it right, to be right. by kindness, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. We should hope to be judged by such a freaking entity, you know what I mean? So when it goes down to this, it's like, she doesn't, they don't. You know what I mean? There's other powers that be that will judge you quite heavily. But it comes down to your heart. You may have done something really terrible, bro. But did you do that because you have a wicked heart? Or because you were scared? Or because you were craved with ambition? Or because you were under the influence? Or because you literally thought that this is all you could do, so you were trying to protect yourself? And that's where it comes down to, it's not what they did, it's why they did it. And that's the intention. Where was your heart when all of this happened? Did you do this to hurt someone intentionally, or you hurt everyone trying to protect everyone? We don't get to judge. We could look at R. Kelly, we could look at P. Diddy, we could look at whoever we want and cast judgment on them. But we're not doing it fairly. Yeah, it's your bedtime. It totally is. It's past your bedtime. Oh, you got 5 more minutes. I make him go to bed at 11:30. My daughter's been passed out. So, as far as that goes, that's the great thing about God and Goddess, is having a non-judgmental place to turn to. Christianity teaches you that you're being judged by God, and you'll be judged in the afterlife. And they all teach you about that judgment, but they don't teach you that you're reaping what you sow right now, bro. He's not going to make you suffer harder in the afterlife. If you didn't learn in this life, the suffering comes with another fucking life. Congratulations, you get another lifetime of suffering. How many lives are you going to suffer for? I can't even tell you how many you've had. I was here in the beginning, and here I am at the end. I'm here for 35 years of these days, the trials and tribulation days. Do I judge? My skin wants to make its opinions. Like, I think I know what this is, but I'm not sure. But realistically, no, I'm not in a place. How could I judge you? And that's where forgiveness is given, where you received where it's given. If he can forgive me and Ted Bundy and everybody else for all their wrongdoings, as he says, then how come I can't forgive you? Why do I get the chance to hold you to the fire? And that's where people want. They want their justice. Justice is served righteously, you know what I mean? Going back to Judas, what was the justice for what he did? The agony he felt inside killed him. He killed himself from his own actions. Nobody had to bring harm upon him. He brought his own harm upon himself. Realistically? Oh yeah. That's that reap what you sow. Doesn't necessarily have to come from an outside entity. Nothing's out to get you. You're gonna die in that troubled mind, with that troubled heart. That's suffering. In a reading, where were we? If you have relationship problems, you must look at your own behavior. You may be unreasonably possessive, not allowing your loved ones to change or grow through fear of losing them. Depending on the surrounding cards, the Lady Reverse can indicate problems with your fertility. I was listening to this commercial. I don't know, it was just playing in the background of my headphones while I was folding laundry for hymns. It's like you can do an ED evaluation with no this, that, and the other. And there's so many issues of erectile dysfunction. And it's a lack of proper blood flow, which is emotional blood flow, bro. Yeah, you cut yourself off to the passion of love. So lust no longer does it for you. Really, I'm telling you. I know this from my own experience because I didn't have a sexual desire, and that was cut off from, you know what I mean, from cutting myself off from love. But when I opened up to love, I began to have a desire again too. Really? Do you want the hard truth that comes with a little blue pill? You're in loveless relationships. They don't get you excited. But it's not the person. It's that you're turned off from, as the feminine, you're turned off from your own feelings. You're not even acknowledging that you do or don't have feelings about any of this that we're talking about. If I asked you what's wrong, would you even have this conversation without getting negative and admitting that there is something wrong? That you don't just be a 20-year-old dude running around with a hard dick like you used to? If I asked you what was wrong, would you take offense to that and act like nothing's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Or would you admit that something is up? Could you even have that conversation? It starts with a fucking conversation. And then going further into the conversation, it's like, do you ever talk about what does arouse you and what doesn't? Do we have any of these conversations? Or we just take a pill and chill? A 4-hour chill? I don't know, bro. There's lots of fucking commercials and all that, dude. It's like, oh, man. In the essence, if you don't feel it, why don't you feel it? I had to ask myself that. Why don't I have this feeling? It wasn't that I was gay, that's for sure. Sorry. That was inappropriate for some people. I didn't mean that in a cold-hearted way. I wasn't making fun of gay people at all. Because that's the truth. It's like, maybe I'm not attracted to men. Do I feel this way for women? Like, no. Realistically, no. Not me, buddy. Anyways, you gotta look at something, and it could indicate problems with your fertility. As I say that, and I'm dying from a moon cycle, it's like, what's the problems with your fertility? The same thing that costed my sexual desire. Sexual trauma will do that to you. The long-term effects of sexual trauma, I shared this like a couple months ago. There was detailed pages of it. It's like, Jesus. No wonder it took me forever to get turned on, to feel safe, to any of that, dude. There's a whole lot that goes on with that kind of fun shit. Really? Yeah. And it wasn't that I wasn't in sexual relationships in my marriage, but that you just turn yourself off to the experience and you just have the experience. It becomes a numbing experience. And that's what we're talking about, is there's no passion. There's no excitement. There's no love. It can be the person, but it's you. You're not open to this. You're just not. You're trying to force a feeling. Really? Yeah. I don't even know. Like, as I said that, it's like women can hide it even much easier than men could. Performance situations, they could hide it. They probably do. Hide that they're enjoying it or that they're not. What is your choice? If you're in a relationship, you're married, and you stop enjoying sex, you start sneaking around, you don't have a choice. You have to keep having sex with this person because you're supposed to, even if it's not enjoyable anymore. You're not supposed to break up a relationship over sex. So what, you start experimenting? Trying to find enjoyment in other things? Pushing the limits, doing weird things to find enjoyment? Dude, I'm not doing that. Pineapples, bro. Fucking pineapples, bro. Fucking pineapples. If you like pina coladas, you're probably a village boy and I'm not your girl. Alright. It could end all well, or it could end disastrous. I don't know. Depends on if they're a village person. That's such a funny term. It could mean so many different things, however this resonates to you. What does it say? The creation, expansion in your life. We'll read about that tomorrow. Why? Because we're blowing up and it's time to go to bed. We'll blow this shit up again tomorrow. Really? Yeah, into a bigger picture, because I have lots of cards that match that, and it's like this and that and all of this. And we'll see how it goes. Really? Yeah, because that card reads real heavy. We'll read the heavy-duty shit tomorrow when we face the tower of all that beautiness. Really? Yeah. If I have great dreams about something and I wake up with that dream and I take action in that dream, dude, it'll become my new reality. You don't understand the power of being a master manifester. I'm at the moment. That's what it is I can't make up new ideas when I'm focused on the ideas I've already made. But I'm about to create a masterpiece. Really? Yeah, because God's already you don't even understand. He told me a work at home job. He showed me so many visions. Have I given up any and said, no, that's too hard, I can't see that? No, I see them all. And I'm putting them into order, and I'm seeing this as my life, and I'm this life, and I'm talking about it, and it's becoming. What's next? There's only one part that I have, one blockage. I talked about this at the beginning of the week. I have to be open to love. The whole package includes a man. I was never supposed to do this, you know what I mean, go into this new life without new love. That was part of it. That's what I was trying to do. Forget it. Love's never going to work. I can start my new life all by myself. I don't need someone to love to start a new life. But when I love them, I think about a life with them, and that thought creates my new life, even if it's not with them. It always has worked that way. If I even believe in a life with you, then I believe in a life for me, and that belief, with or without you, becomes my life for as long as I believe in it. It's very powerful. I've been working at this for a long time, understanding what my thoughts create and how far they go. And that's it. It's like, where does the power come from? Love. You can't force love. But when you're full of it, and you can channel it without fear or hesitation, it can create anything. So like going back to the bell ringing job, I said that in a place of love. That would be a great job for me. I could have all kinds of fun. I could do all this stuff. I'm going to try to get that job. So I went looking for it, but I didn't find it. And then it found me. Do you know what I mean? I tried to chase what I wanted, but it wasn't about chasing it. It still found me. I sent out the frequency that I wanted it, and it came to me. If I keep saying that I want this, I really am ready, I'm not afraid anymore. Macaulay Culkin, I'm not afraid anymore. I really want this. I really want to put a man in this picture. I really want to try to put a man into this picture. I'm ready to put a man into the picture. If I keep saying that, then they're going to put a man into this picture. They won't do it until it's from my heart and I'm ready. Because if I'm not, I'm sending out mixed signals and saying I'm not ready. So they won't send me. I mean, they might, They'll send me a mushy version of what I thought I wanted and what I said I didn't want. Realistically, yeah, it gets all mushy. It's like, oh man, this is what I got. A good example was that last job. That was so mushy. I really should have been more specific. Really? Yes. I said I wanted a fucking job. You know it'd be good for me? A job with, working with elderly. Or maybe like a front desk. How about like an overnight job? They mixed all that together and I got the most sour tasting jambalaya. Really? I got a paycheck out of it, but it was a very mushy fucking request. And it came to me exactly how I said I wanted it, but I was very not specific. You have to be very intent. You have to be honest and true. What do you really want this to be? Don't be so fucking broad speak. I want a funny guy. Well, now you're gonna get a clown. A whole ass clown. Like that's all he is a clown. Okay, wait, maybe I need to work on this a little. Yeah, you need to fine tune that. I want a sensitive, funny guy. Oh great, now you have a clown that won't stop crying. Really? Yeah. At my level, it gets dangerous, dude. That's why I don't put my mind to shit until I know I've really put this together. I don't let those thoughts create, bro. I laugh at them and change my mind right away because I don't want that to be real. I'm going to teach you how to do stuff like that. But where does it come from? Your heart. You could think up all kinds of great shit, and you could tell yourself great shit, and you can go chasing after great shit. But it's not what your heart really wanted for you. That's why none of that shit works. God gives me ideas that make me happy. And I believe in them. And then so they become. Right? When he gives me the idea of a man, it makes me happy. But then I stop believing in the man and I get sad. And it makes me sad, the whole situation. I give up believing in this and men. And that's just obvious. All the time. What happened? I stopped believing that I could work with you, that you're ever going to grow up and we could be together. I stopped believing in you. That's what happens. And it just falls apart because I don't believe in it. If I believe in it, it can happen. If you take the action and I take the action, it takes two people to believe. If two or more believe, then so shall it be. That's how it's said. If you believe in what I see, and I believe in it, and both of us walk towards that belief, then it becomes real. But I can't just make up things in my head. I literally have to see it and feel it to experience it. I felt this experience. That's how it works. It's not just my mind makes up ideas. It gets caught up in ideas, right? It can twist, it can derail me from the original idea, right? Like something easy like, say, I thought I was going there, but my mind saw me going somewhere else, but I was always meant to go here. I just added that too because that was along the way. Kind of shit like that, if that makes sense. You need your conscious mind to see what you see, and you need it to be on track for what you see, but it doesn't come from the conscious mind, because the conscious mind is just literally coveting and wanting the things that other people have. The visions, the unconscious, the downloads from God, the surges, like that's not logical. Going back to it, it's like, the twin flames. They made me want something that I didn't want. And each of them pushed me in different areas of my life to face different parts of me that were holding me back from wanting to be in a relationship. Each of them, one after another. I wanted it until I didn't want it, and then here comes someone that made me want it again. But then I had to face a different area that made me not want to do it again. And that was it. It's like, you know, like went round and round and round and round I went. It's not that I don't want it. It's can I believe in it? And what that belief brings, right? Right. I'm just choosing that because that's the only area that's unfulfilled right now. There is a place in my life for a man. And if I'm open to it and I'm saying that I want it, then I can have what I want. It doesn't come easy, obviously, especially on my part. I'm going to have to work hard to maintain a man. It's just what? Maintain my mouth, I think is what I heard. In all kinds of different ways. No, just kidding. Not really. But realistically, that's what it is. It takes more work on my part, I would think. Really? Yeah. What does it take for you to be with me? You might have to stop some bad habits. Sounds like the same shit I gotta do. It's this monumental moment. It was like it never costed anything. I told you I didn't need you for those reasons. I didn't need you to come in and save my family. I didn't need you to play God. I wanted a man to love me and a man that I could love back while God was being God and showing us what we had to do here. He has all kinds of great ideas too for everyone's life. So whatever you're doing right now, I'm sure he has a better plan for your life. He's always got better ideas of what you could be doing with your time and energy, and especially your creativity, your skills, and your talents. You're trying to develop new talents he's given you. Full of all that great stuff. Really? Yeah. Well, with that being said, it looks great. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. Talk to you tomorrow. Laters, absolute haters. Don't be a hater. Be a lover.